On May 29th, 2010, a friend, brother, and son was taken too early. I remember the day like it was just yesterday. No one had saw it coming. It was the last thing we had ever expected. My friends and I were all planning on going to a festival that night, but instead we were mourning the loss of one of our best friends. Ron was one of the most loved students in our class. Everyone was friends with him and everyone loved being around him. He treated us all like we weren't only his best friend, but as if we were his family. Any of our parents could tell you we were all inseparable. Every day after school, Ron, some friends, and I would walk home from school and go to my house. Not only did we love Ron, but so did our parents and siblings because of his outgoing personality. On May 29th, I remember getting a call from my best friend informing me of the tragedy. I didn't want to face the reality of what was going on. I just wanted to be alone. The next day, I went to the lake where the accident had happened. I was surrounded by students mourning the death of our best friend. It was one of the hardest experiences I had ever gone through. That was hard enough to face, but now we all had to face a funeral the next week. The room was filled with hundreds of friends, family members, and teachers. As I walked up to his casket, I was not only sad, but I was nervous. I didn't know what to expect. That was when I finally realized he was gone. He didn't look anything like the Ron I knew. He was cold, and you could tell that he had makeup covering the damages that were done. I knew it was going to be hard coping with the loss of my best friend, but I also knew that I had many other friends to support me and be there when I needed them. Because of this experience, I believe that even though death is a tragedy, it is also a learning experience. I learned it shouldn't take death to realize how much you care about someone or how much you should let that person know you care about them. There are so many people who feel so alone and like no one cares about them, but when tragedy strikes, everyone comes together and shows how they really feel. I believe you never know what could happen and when it could happen, therefore you should cherish everything and everyone in your life.